Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the IWC Ingenieur Perpetual Calendar 41 in steel with a blue dial, reference IW344903. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this watch, then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar Ingenieurs. Then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a little history. Now, the Ingenieur actually came out. It, as you can see from this Ingenieur, kind of looks like a Royal Oak Audemars, and it kind of looks like a Nautilus from Patek. That's because the same designer, Gerald Genta, designed it in, guess when? 1976. So 1972 was when AP designed their Royal Oak. 76 was when Patek designed their Nautilus. And IWC saw all this and decided to jump on the bandwagon and also create a luxury sports watch. And they commissioned the same person, Gerald Genta, to do so in 76, which is the same year that the Patek released its Nautilus. And the result is what you see here, IWC's version of the sports watch, which is all designed by the same designer, which makes it look very, very similar. Now, Gerald Genta did design this, but he did more of a redesign. He took the original Ingenieur, which was created in like 1955 or so, and he redid it to make it look like what you see here. So it's not exactly, he didn't exactly do it from scratch, but the design cues are all the same, which I'll go through when I talk about it. The point of this first part of the talk is just to give you a little bit of background and history. Now let's start talking about where this watch stands. Well, this is the first. This, as you can see, has 3 subdials. And at first, when I saw it, I thought, oh, it's a chronograph. No, it's actually a perpetual calendar. Perpetual means it never needs to be adjusted so long as it stays on your wrist. And that's because it can account for the leap year. There's for 28 or 29 days in February, it can account for that. And when you look at it and compare it to other similar watches in its lineup, the Ingenieur has many different configurations. In fact, they have the time, date, they have chronograph, and now they have the perpetual calendar, and they have a lot of different variations of it as well, in material, gold, dial color, etc. And even the latest Brad Pitt movie, the F1 movie, he was wearing a Ingenieur, a green one actually, and so. The Ingenieur is really getting quite a bit of steam behind it, and this one happens to be a perpetual calendar, the most complicated that they make so far. And it is here in the steel and blue, and it was released in 2025. So that's very recent, because right now it's 2026. So, and it's their most complicated Ingenieur. And not the most expensive because it's made in steel, but it is quite a complicated sports watch, and the price tag also reflects that. At its release, it was around $36,000. Now it's retailing around $40,000, but we're selling it for much less than that, under $30,000 at JazzTime.com, which would really make sense if you want to get this high-end watch to buy it at JazzTime as opposed to somewhere else, as opposed to the AD, because you get really a big discount. And so it makes sense. Okay, so with that said, now you have a little idea of where this watch stands in the lineup. They also, by the way, make this in same thing in, I believe it's silver, a silver dial. So they make this blue dial, as you see, but they also make a silver dial, which is pretty cool. And they make other variations. Actually, they don't even, no, I'm sorry, I don't think they make a chronograph. I think they just make time and date only, but they do it with other materials, such as steel, gold, ceramics, green ceramic, and so forth. Okay, now let's start talking about the watch, starting with the head itself. Now, the head here is going to be all steel, and it totally has the cues and inferences from the Royal Oak and Nautilus, because it was designed by the same person. what are they? Well, let's look at the case. Now the case, and by the way, it also actually even kind of looks like the overseas of Vacheron, although that was not designed by Genta, but it was very similar. All from the same 70s Art Deco era. Now let's look at the case. The case is going to be 41 millimeters, as the name implies, and it has the lugs. There's no real lugs on this because it has an integrated bracelet. So just like in the Nautilus and Royal Oak, the top of it, the part that's facing you, is going to be a satin finish, and then it's going to have this characteristic beveled edge that allows the case to integrate into the bracelet, thereby calling it an integrated bracelet. And this design cue is common in a lot of the watches that from the 70s, and actually I can name them for you. This one that you see here, the Royal Oak, the Nautilus, the Overseas from Vacheron, and most recently Rolex is bringing it back in the Land Dweller. And that has become, those are all top names, maybe all the top names of integrated bracelets. Almost every company has to have one. I wouldn't be surprised if another company added one, such as, well, actually, you can even look at Longa. They also have sort of their version of the sports integrated watch on the Odysseus. Okay, but anyways, you can see that the case is very similar to those ones I stated. But one of the things I'm going to point out about this case is that it has a thickness of 13 millimeters, which is not thick, considering it's 41 diameter. But the main thing I like about this watch is the lug to lug is very short, only around 46 millimeters, which makes it one of the smaller integrated watches. If you look at a Royal Oak, the lug to lug is going to be around 50, which is quite large. And on a Nautilus, I think it's around like 48. This one's 46, even smaller. So it's even smaller or around the same size as the Rolex Daytona. And so I think it makes the watch fit much better on the wrist when the lug to lug is not that big, which is not very common on an integrated bracelet. If you take, for example, the Overseas Vacheron, that has more than a 50 millimeter lug to lug, which makes the watch just look too large if you have a small wrist, that is. Okay, let's look at the bezel. Again, the bezel has design cues from it. They're going to do it in their own way. They're going to make it circular. They're not going to use these asymmetric screws, but they're going to use sort of this nut and bolt system. It mimics the same idea, but it doesn't have the same look as like a Royal Oak. It's the way that IWC does it, and it's circular. It's not odd shaped like the Nautilus or Royal Oak or Overseas. I think it's pretty cool. Let's look at the dial here. Now, they also use a similar idea when you compare it to the Royal Oak, in that the Royal Oak has sort of this grand tapisserie pattern. IWC does it a little different. They do a little pattern, these little squares, and they do these rectangles, and they alternate to give it this motif pattern that really makes the watch look like it has more depth and brings to life this blue dial. And then, of course, that's what you're paying all the money for, which is a complication. You have the Perpetual calendar. The date on the right, 1 through 31, the month on the center at the bottom, Monday, January through December. You even have a moon phase on here, and on top of that, you have the day of the week, Sunday, Monday through Sunday, and then you have a leap year indicator here at the 9 o'clock, 1 through 4. Okay, so this allows the watch to be set one time, and it can calculate when the watch will be February 28 or 29, which only happens one time a year, one time every 4 years. Granted, you keep this watch on a winder, or you wind it and set it each time. So yeah, pretty cool, right? Okay, so that is the the movement. They all, like I said, the dial. They also make the same thing in size or with a silver dial. Okay. Let's look at here the movement. What is special about this movement? Well, it's a perpetual calendar inside a sports watch. So it's a complicated movement inside a sports watch, which makes it pretty unique. And as I said, it was released in 2025. Has a beautifully done cut out rotor, which I think makes more work than to have a single piece. Beautiful bevel edge, gold inlaid inside this rotor to say IWC. The gears, the balance wheel, all beautifully done. Not exquisitely done, but beautifully done. Functionally, but also quite masculine looking without this super fine finish that, for example, Longo or Protect uses. But it doesn't have to be. Some watches are more industrial looking, and this is one of them. It's a sports watch. It's not meant to have all this ornate stuff on it. It's a caliber 82600. It has a power reserve of 60 hours. It's automatic winding, and it's not very thick, 13 millimeters total. It has 309 components, which I would say is not that many. So I'm not sure why people call Perpetual calendar so complicated, but it does have 309 parts, which is not small. Okay, 46 jewels, quite a bit there. Okay, let's look at the bracelet here. Now the bracelet, if you look at it, it looks just like a Nautilus bracelet, doesn't it? It has this center links that are high polished, just like the Nautilus. And then it has this adjoining links that actually just look like Nautilus links as well. And it has a high polished beveled edge that goes down the length of the case to make it look integrated, which it is, and a butterfly clasp at the bottom, which I think they did a nice job on the bracelet. But yeah, looks like a Nautilus bracelet. Okay, time to give you my thoughts. I hope you like what I have to say about it, which is I like IWC Ingenieur quite a bit. I think it's a good watch. Now, my thoughts are that if you don't want to buy a Royal Oak or Nautilus, or can't afford one because they're very expensive, they're like 50 to 100 grand, then you can consider an off-brand. IWC would fulfill that void. They create a sports watch that's integrated from the same style, but sort of off the beaten path. And they do it in a lot of cool colors. Right now, they do tons of cool colors with a just the time and date only. But I suspect over time, they'll add more to it. This is just one of the additions, this perpetual calendar. I'm sure they'll do other ones, chronographed or beyond, whatever they'll do, because they know how to do them. It's just a matter of fitting it in and releasing over time. So I think it's a cool way to enter the brand. And also, of all those integrated watches that I listed before, this one has a short lug to lug, which I think can fit those who have smaller wrist size. That's a really big benefit where it stands out that you probably would not know unless you watch this video, because it doesn't say that anywhere. I'm just telling you from experience, having held all these in my hand. So yeah, that's the reason. And so for those two reasons, you get a good watch at a lesser price. The watch is only less than $30,000. You get a perpetual calendar. If it was AP, it would be over $100,000. If it was Patek, it'd be over $200,000. And so you get that at a price point here much less. So look, if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, please click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.